What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 89. We start today's episode off by looking at our Champions League group: Bayern Munich, St Etienne and Anderlecht. So going into our first Champions League season with Racing Santander, honestly, I think we could get through that group. I mean, it won't be easy, obviously. None of those three teams are going to be easy sides to face. Obviously, Bayern Munich will be the headline team. Can't wait to take them on El Sardinero. Of course, we beat them in the last episode in the Cup of Europe. But even so, I actually think we can get through that group. It's going to be difficult, yes, but I think we can get through that. Still following that, I look at the successful negotiations page. So just a complete recap of the transfer window. Who came in, who left the club, and so on and so forth. Well, that's pretty much it, isn't it? And also as well, an international management offer from Belgium. So we're getting there. I don't know when Spain are going to come in, if they do, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting those 4.5/5-star nations on a regular basis now. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful Spain will eventually come in for us. Still, for the first game of today's episode, the first of 3 games in today's episode, we take on Real Madrid here at El Sardinero in an early season clash. Now, of course, this year our aim is to once again qualify for the Champions League, and of course Real Madrid will most likely be going for the title again. Last year it was Barcelona won it, I think. And, you know, they'll probably be going for the title. But, to be honest, we beat Real Madrid last year at El Sardinero in an early season clash. And in this game, I was hopeful of pulling off a similar result. Obviously, it's never easy taking on one of the best sides in the world. But 5 minutes into the game, we did win ourselves a penalty for a former Real Madrid player. One of the best players, if not the best player in the team, Jesse Rodriguez, skipping past his man, and Casemiro takes him down with a stupid lunge. And the referee has no choice, really, but to award a penalty. So penalty to Racing Santander here. Jesse Rodriguez won the penalty, so of course he's going to want to take it against his former club. It's Jesse Rodriguez against Iker Casillas. Can he make it 1-0 and give us the perfect start here at El Sardinero? Yes, he can, because Casillas is rooted to the spot. He smashes the ball past him, and it's Racing Santander 1, Real Madrid 0. So the perfect start to this game. I mean, taking on one of these big teams, obviously one of the biggest teams in the world, basically Real Madrid. It's always going to be difficult for us, but when we have that kind of start, it really is going to lift the place. So 1-0 to Racing Santander, and I was wondering how long it would take before Real Madrid started to press us and start to put us under pressure. Well, in the 45th minute it was still 1-0 to Racing Santander. They'd still basically done nothing all half, and Rodriguez almost made it 2-0 here, getting his second goal of the game. Casillas making a very good save though and keeping it 1-0 going into the break, and 10 minutes after the restart we were still waiting for Real Madrid to do anything. It was still 1-0, and as Perez plays a 1-2 of Oliver Torres here, he holds off the challenger Derek, keeps on going, and ends up hitting the post as well as Real Madrid cleared the ball away. So we almost made it 2-0 in this game. It wasn't until the 71st minute when Real Madrid had their first proper chance. This corner wasn't really dealt with, and Toni Kroos' strike almost went over the stadium. It was still 1-0 to Racing Santander though, and in the 90th minute it was still 1-0. Real Madrid basically put us under no pressure whatsoever. One of the final chances fell here with Thomas Müller finding Rodriguez here, and as James Rodriguez finds De Tomas, Ruben Blanco, I mean, he hadn't done anything in the entire game, so he didn't need to. What a save that is by Ruben Blanco. A superb stop, and he does keep it at 1-0 as he diverts the ball away for a corner. And from the corner it's crossed in by Cristiano Ronaldo into the centre, looks for Falcao, and he heads the ball over the bar and behind, and it was the final touch of the game. It finishes Racing Santander 1, Real Madrid 0. So for the second successive season we do beat Real Madrid at home in the league. Really delighted with that. But the fact of the matter is, I was just so surprised playing the game. I was waiting for Real Madrid to put us under immense pressure and probably finally score the equalising goal. They never did. They just didn't want it. We wanted it far more than they did, and that's why we won the game. So final score 1-0 to Racing Santander against Real Madrid. What a result that is. So pleased with it, and yeah, a deserved victory at the end of the day. Really pleased with it. Still following that, we offered Ruben Blanco a new contract. What a save he made in that last game against Real Madrid there. He deserved a new contract for that alone. But no, seriously, he's been asking for a new contract for a while now, and he's on $7,000 a week, and I said to him, I'll give you $25,000 a week. He wanted $30,000 a week. I'll give you $25,000 a week. You got 3 years left on your contract, so I don't need to give you a new deal. I'm giving you a pay increase of £18,000 per week, and he declines it. And as I mentioned before, it's way too hard to negotiate new deals with your existing players at your club and get them on a new contract, because unless you give them exactly what they want, 9 times out of 10, or at least for the way I found it, is 10 times out of 10, they'll reject the contract, which is absurd. I mean, yes, maybe, you know, he may still be disappointed with the offer, but the fact of the matter is, if you're offering the guy an 18 grand a week pay cut and you've been asking one for a while, the manager finally gives you one, you're probably going to accept it. You know, maybe he would say no in real life, but I highly doubt it personally, but especially when you've got 3 years left on your current contract and there's no need to give you a new one. But that's just how it is. He rejects the contract. We're not really too fussed about it anyway, though, because he's going nowhere. And there you go. So we take on Getafe for the second of 3 games in today's episode, and we did think that we took the lead in the 8th minute here as Ayoza Perez scored and put the ball past the goalkeeper. But as you'll see, after playing a lovely little 1-2 here, sadly the offside flag did go up, and it was indeed the correct decision. So still 0-0. Perez denied, and correctly so. So still goalless in this game, but a good chance here in the 38th minute for Getafe to take the lead as Yoda goes down the left hand side and finds Escudero. He picks out Disabato, who gets himself inside and finds Alvaro, and Alvaro's strike goes just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So still goalless in this game, and then on the hour mark here it was still 0-0, and it was a frustrating game because, you know, we didn't really have too many chances in it. The game sort of got lost in the middle of the park. Both teams were passing the ball very nicely, but the end product was kind of poor, and Perez goes pretty close there, but his shot does go wide. And in the 87th minute, one of the final chances fell here with this corner which Keiko will swing into the box, trying to cause a bit of a scramble as we crowd the goalkeeper out. Rubinho wins the header, and it hits the top of the bar and goes behind for a goal kick. So still 0-0, and the final chance did fall here in the 90th minute as Ander Kappa finds Ayoza Perez. Perez finds Keiko down his right hand side, quick little roulette to beat his man, keeps on going, eventually gets himself inside and crosses. Rana Delgado goes for the header, but it goes over the bar and behind, and that was how the game would finish as well, a goalless draw against Getafe. So pretty disappointed to not win that game. We did have a couple of chances, we did hit the woodwork as well and have a disallowed goal, but to be honest, I don't think we did enough really. The game did get lost in the middle of the park for the most of it, so a 0-0 draw. We're not too disappointed by it. You know, the undefeated start to the season continues, so we're not too disappointed, but on another day we probably should have got the 3 points. And following that as well, we did have an international management offer from the USA as well, so America coming to us and said, would you manage our nation? And of course we said no. So of course I don't know when the Spain job is going to come in. And just before we go into the Bayern Munich game, I will say, you know, as I mentioned before, I don't mind getting the international management offer from the catalogue, but I want to do it fairly and I want to do it legitimately. But I don't know, if we haven't got it by the end of the season, I think going into next year I probably will go ahead and purchase it from the catalogue. But I really want to get offered the job and not have to do it myself. But obviously there's still a big chance that Spain will come in for us eventually, but you know, it's gone on for a while now. We're still waiting and it's kind of frustrating, but still we take on Bayern Munich for the third and final game of today's episode here. So we've already beaten Bayern Munich this season in the Copa Europe, and was it going to be a one-time thing, or would lightning strike twice? Well, coming into this game at the Allianz Arena, we got off the blocks flying, and Oliver Torres went very close but was denied by a fantastic save by Manuel Neuer. And in the 13th minute, well, we would actually take the lead in this game through Morata. Bayern Munich pushed so many bodies forward, and as Carlos Blanco made the challenge, he played the through ball into Morata, and Alvaro Morata makes it Bayern Munich 0, Racing Santander 1, and the new number 9 gets his first goal for the club, and we do take the lead, and a shock lead here at the Allianz Arena. But look at the room Morata has. He's got so much time as he goes one-on-one. I have no idea why Bayern Munich were playing such a high line in this game. Morata exploits it, makes it 1-0 to Racing, his first goal for the club, and what an important goal it could be as well. So Bayern Munich 0, Racing Santander 1. Could not believe our luck, but to be honest, I don't know why I was so surprised, because in the first half it was all us. Another good chance there, and again Neuer has to make a very good save. So still Bayern Munich 0, Racing Santander 1. They would have a good chance here though in the 41st minute as Giovanni Dos Santos goes down the right hand side and drags Borja Lopez out. He beats him across the ball in, and Mario Götze's header is superbly, well, he's denied superbly by Ruben Blanco. What a stop that is, and it is still 1-0. And in the hour mark here, another great chance for us. Morata striking the ball just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0, and we were the better team in this game. You know, we really were. Coming to the Allianz Arena to take on one of the best sides in the world, Bayern Munich, we were the better team, but Bayern Munich would equalise in the 74th minute, or so they thought, as Giovanni Dos Santos got in the way of a Shaqiri strike. And as you'll see, the linesman did have his flag up there, and he does rule out for offside. And as you can see, Shaqiri's strike probably was going to go past Ruben Blanco, and instead it diverts off Dos Santos, and the goal is correctly disallowed. So still Bayern Munich 0, Racing Santander 1. And later on we could have made it 2-0 here. Rana Delgado running at Benatia, putting the ball through his legs, going through one-on-one. But Neuer makes a superb stop, and Bayern Munich get the ball away as Torres finds Porto, and his strike is cleared off the line by Martinez. So still 1-0 to Racing Santander in this game. But the final chance would feel here to Bayern Munich, as they were desperate to get themselves an equalising goal here. And as Shaqiri picks the ball up down the left-hand side, he takes a strike, and Ruben Blanco makes a simple save and keeps it at 1-0. And it was how the game would finish as well. Can you believe it? In 3 games, we took on Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, with Getafe in the middle of the two. And the one game we didn't win was against Getafe. We beat Real Madrid, we beat Bayern Munich. Incredible result, and proof right now that this Racing Santander team is getting much better, and we could cause a major surprise this season. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.